Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Garden on My Mind. Today I'm going to talk about this one. This is a Zamioculcas Zamiifolia. Yeah, it's difficult to pronounce. So you can pronounce it as Zamioculcas Zamiifolia or a simply ZZ plant. So let's call it a ZZ plant. The ZZ plants are tropical plants and native to Eastern Africa. They belong to the plant family Araceae, similar to your peace lily, anthurium, and aglaonema. These plants can survive drier conditions because they have been, evolved in a place like Africa where water is very scarce. So let's see the construct of these plants. So this is a smaller version that I have. So I'll just open it. Tug of war. Yeah. So here it is. So the ZZ plant have rhizomes, which are actually their original stem. And the ones that you see here, these are actually not stem but petiole with these leaves. So the construct is very interesting because in these rhizomes, the plant stores the water. Since they have evolved in drier conditions, so they can sustain drought-like conditions as well. The leaves of this plant are thick and waxy, and once this one is cleaned properly, this looks very nice in any corner you put in, either in office or at home, or say also a tabletop. It looks very, very attractive. And it's a very easy plant to grow. You just leave it alone in one corner and it will do just fine. It doesn't need any care, I would say. So I call them careless plants. You don't have to care it too much for it. So let's talk about the temperature. Since these are tropical plants, they cannot survive colder temperatures, say below 13 to 15 degrees Celsius. They do very well in hot conditions and they grow more foliage. The leaf growth is more if they are in warmer conditions. And since they have rhizomes, as I showed you, which are very thick and can store enough water, even the petioles for that matter. So you don't need to water it regularly. I think once in 10 or 12 days is fine. You just have to check the topmost soil. Right now this plant needs water because it is completely dry, and inside also there is no water. So I need to water it today. So watering should be very sparse. If you water it too much, you might just kill the plant. So just leave it in any corner that you want it to be and water it like once in 10 or 12 days max. And there are few signs of overwatering that you should not miss. One is yellowing of the leaves. So the yellowing of the leaves would happen only when they are getting more water and the roots are rotting. So please watch out for yellowing of the leaves, which is an indication that you should just stop watering and it will do just fine. Next point is where to put your ZZ plant. These can survive low light conditions as well. If it is in a dark corner, like not very dark but little dark, it can survive. But if you put it in something like this place, so it is away from the window and it doesn't get direct sunlight, but it has bright light during the day. So this condition is very good for the ZZ plants to survive. You might also wonder that how tall the ZZ plant grows. So this is one of my first plants. If you see, this is pretty tall, the biggest petiole that I have in here. So this might be about more than 3 feet from the top of the soil. It's a huge plant, huge ZZ plant. I haven't seen such a huge plant in my life before. And this plant is about, I would say, 3 years old, and it had actually started dying, and I was just left with 2 or 3 petioles, and then again I revived it and now it is doing pretty well. Now let's talk about the potting mix. Because these plants are closer to the succulent variety, it needs a potting soil which is very loose, so similar to a succulent. So it should not have a lot of coco peat or any medium which absorbs a lot of moisture, because it doesn't need so much of moisture. These rhizomes that we have in this plant, they absorb a lot of water. So the potting soil has to be little loosely packed. So some bit of sand, perlite, pumice stones, and little bit of cocoa peat, not too much, should be a good potting soil for this. You can either go to Amazon, buy those cactus and succulent potting mix which is readily available, or you can just make it at home. Next is, how do you fertilize your ZZ plant? ZZ plant is quite sturdy and they are on their own. So if you forget to fertilize them, they won't die on you and they will still survive. But I would suggest fertilize your ZZ plant maybe once in 3 months or maybe 2 months when you see like new growth, like these leaves that I have. These are the 2 petioles that have been growing for the past 1 month. And this is the time when I'll put a little bit of fertilizer because I want them to, grow with the help of the fertilizers. So what I generally do is I use a liquid fish fertilizer or seaweed extract, and I just dissolve it in water based on the directions and just put it in the soil when I'm watering the plant. Another thing is that we need to fertilize the ZZ plant once in a while, because since it is these are in well-draining soil, so what happens, since the water drips, the nutrients also come out with the water. So it needs a bit of nutrients at the end of the day. Interestingly, ZZ plants also flower. Since they belong to the family of Araceae, their flowers are similar to what you see in a peace lily, anthurium, or say aglaonema. But in ZZ plants, you might not notice that it has flowered because the flowers happen at the bottom of the petioles, or closer to the topsoil. And interestingly, even this plant, it has 2 flowers now, but you might never notice. So this is one and this is another one. So if you see the construct of the flower, it is same as a peace lily, same as anthurium and aglaonema. So all of these belong to the same plant family. Last but not the least, you can do a little bit of grooming with these plants and they will look absolutely stunning and beautiful. So what happens is, when we shower these plants, or if they are outside, they accumulate dust, or because of the showering you might see the hard water stains on the leaves, which might give a very spotty look. So you can just take a tissue and wet it in water and just wipe the leaves. Put a little bit of pressure while wiping it. So once you wipe them, you'll see how shiny and nice it looks and brightens any place that you put it in. Hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Happy gardening. Bye.